So, the Great Omission, what is that all about?
There's a line in one of the confessions that we say on a Sunday that says, we're sorry for the wrong things that we've done and for the good things that we ought to have done but haven't done. And when it comes to mission and outreach and evangelism, I think it's that latter one that is really the issue for us, isn't it? It's knowing there's lots of good things that we could have done, should have done, but we just haven't. And hence thinking that actually it's the great omission.
Yeah, and so to help with that, we've got these 3 Ds: developing, deepening, and displaying. Developing new relationships, the idea of us trying to develop friendships that aren't already there. Maybe deepening, the idea of thinking, how do I go from conversations about kind of the weather, how are you doing, to serious conversations? How do I get that kind of level of relationship? And then displaying the love of Christ. How is this place a better place because there's a Christian who's there? That kind of idea.
And with that in mind, we've got these pledge cards that we're saying, well, let's fill in a commitment that we're making. Why is that a helpful thing to go through?
Yeah, I think having a specific commitment that you can write down. There's something really powerful about saying, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take this on December the 8th and I'm going to lay it at the front of church, so before God and before my church family I'm committing to doing this year, so it doesn't become something that's omitted in 2020.
Yeah, and as well as doing that before the Lord, it is something that we can be alongside each other in. So as a staff team we'll commit to praying for people in the pledges they're making. It's something growth groups will be able to do as well. So there's that accountability and people being alongside us through it as well. It does say on the gap, try and be as specific as you can. We need to write something down that specific enough we'd know if we've done it or not.
Yeah.
So let's think about just a few examples of what it could look like.
Yeah.
So on the developing, for instance.
Well, I guess for that kind of thing, it might be things like, could I join a sports club? I know you do some tennis on a Friday morning. I've started frisbee recently, as you might notice, because I'm hobbling around. Could it be that you, I don't know, commit to being at the school gate slightly early and spending 10 minutes there, or be involved in something voluntary? Could you volunteer somewhere, just in order to get alongside and meet people who you don't yet know?
Helpful. And then, or for deepening existing relationships, hospitality would be an example. So how can you do that specifically? Saying I commit once a month or once a term, I'll invite people around along with a few others from the church family, so that we're spending time together. Or I'll be the one who organises a couple of social trips amongst my course mates or colleagues through the year. Or there's always a tea time that people stop for, but I'm going to commit to praying each day that there'll be an opportunity amidst that time for a good conversation with someone.
Yeah, and that might be actually a way in which we can also display the love of Jesus at that tea time. I don't know, maybe on the Fridays, we know that's always a bit of a low time in the office. Could we be the person who takes the cookies there every week? Or, if it's, maybe we go and watch sport, could we be the person who goes and takes hot chocolate for the people around us and always has enough? Or they're practical things. Maybe, I don't know, our neighbours just had a baby. Could we offer to take them food? Or our neighbour's elderly, could we go and check that they're all right during the winter months and offer them something, go and get shopping for them or something?
Yeah. I mean, so you could fill it many times over. We're not expecting people to do that, but to pick one or two things for one or two of those Ds, write them down. That's a commitment before the Lord, and we bring those on the 8th of December.
Yeah, it'd be great to be praying for people with that.